What it do, my compadres? Welcome to the fifth quarter. Um, Predictions. Gonna run through these standings real quick, and let's take a look at what's going on around the league in these standings. Over here in the AFC North, we got Steelers, Super Bowl champs, the reigning Super Bowl champs, 9-1. Look, man, Pearl is definitely back. You know what I mean? He won the bowl last season. He's on an 8-game win streak. He lost one game all season. And he looking like he's trying to repeat. And right now, if I had to place my bet, it would be on him who's going to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It would be on him. He's looking like a Super Bowl contender right now. And he's looking like he's going to repeat right now. But we'll see. You know what I mean? But right now, he definitely riding high. There have been no Super Bowl hangover for this guy at all. He's been on top of his game, you know. And look, when he been struggling, I was calling him out on it. I was saying he wasn't looking as dominant, you know, this and that. I made sure I let that be known. But now that he's looking back to his old self, I got to make sure I let that be known. Dude back on top of his game, you know, ranked number one team in the league this year, you know. So Steelers on top of their game, man. Ravens having a heck of a season themselves. That's the ill part. See, you know that you're in the division. You know you're in a division with somebody tough. You know, when you got 7-game win streak and you got 3 losses and you still 2 games out of first. That's how you know. Carnage having a heck of a season himself, man. He 7-game win streak. You know, making do what it do. The Browns 7-3. Third World, he having a great season. He's 2 games out of first. But you know, that bad man, P.E. Earl, he on top of his game, man. He making it tough for them. He making it to where that these dudes cannot slip up, you know, for division purposes. And I ain't gonna lie, number 1 seeds now is very important because you're the only team that get a bye. Before it was 2 teams that get a bye. Now it's only 1 team that get a bye. So number 1 seeds is important, man. I can't even lie. If I got a chance to get number 1 seed, I'm trying to wrap that up. You know, bottom line. And right now, man, Steelers is definitely looking like he's trying to repeat, and he's on the right road to do it. But them playoffs is getting closer and closer, so we'll see what happens when playoff time come. But as of right now, man, he's definitely looking like the top dog out here, as he should, because he is the champ. Next over here in the AFC South, we got the Titans 8-2. I didn't even realize the Titans is 8-2. They're having a heck of a season themselves. Safe to say the rest of this division is wrapped up. Put everybody else in the box with a bow tie. It's a done deal. Jags having a off season. Jags was number 1 seed last season. I'm not sure what happened to the Jags this season. Maybe they missed some key pieces. I don't know what happened, but they definitely fell off hard compared from last season. But Titans having a heck of a season, man. They looking like well, you know, Major play tough defense. He's a tough out, you know, for anybody. So Major definitely looking like he gonna have something to say over there in the AFC come playoff time. AFC East, this division is pretty much still up for grabs, and that's even down to the Patriots. You know, Patriots 3-7, but they're not out this race by any means. Jets and Dolphins both 5-5. Bills 4-6. I think this division gonna come down to like the last 2 weeks. I think by week 16. I think by week 15, 16, and 17, these 3 teams probably going to be playing musical chairs. That's just my prediction. We'll see what happens. AFC West, we got going on. We got the Raiders at 5-5. That's Scott. And we got Marzelli, the Chiefs, 5-5. You know, I'm still tripping off that loss that he took to the Raiders up by 14 with about 40-something seconds left, and he lost the game. I'm still tripping off that. And the way Marzelli lost that game is the way that I always describe him when I do predictions. Y'all always hear me talk about Marzelli's the guy that, you know, he plays erratic. He's the guy that drive 100 miles per hour on the freeway and hit a speed bump and wreck his whole vehicle. You know, that's Marzelli. And I'm gonna tell you, man, Marzelli will never win the Super Bowl. Ever. Marzelli will never win the Super Bowl. Never. I don't care if he keep playing Madden franchise leagues till he's 65. He will never win a bowl. You know, he plays 100 miles per hour and do not know when to stop. He's the guy speeding down the block just to get to a red light. It's like, dude, it's a red light. Where you going? Slow down. You know what I mean? That's Marzelli. But Yeah, man. If Marzelli can change his game around and just, know when to put it on cruise control, he gonna be a much dangerous player. But right now, man, Marzelli's a guy like it's other guys that struggle way more than him, and they got a better chance of winning the bowl before Marzelli do. That's just what it is, man. Like Marzelli would never win the bowl. You playing 100 miles per hour for what? You know what I mean? You don't even know when to put it. You don't even know when to just put it on cruise control. So that's a terrible loss, man. I'm rooting for you, Scott, to win this division. The Chargers, Black Star. He's 5-5. But you got to watch him, Scott. Black Star he's sneaky. Black Star is one of them guys that you come in, you know what I'm saying, and you slip up, and before you know it, you're down 14. So take care of your business, Scott. Marzelli opened the door for you. Being that he opened the door for you, just walk in and make yourself comfortable. He did it. He did it to himself. So go get that division, Scott. NFC North, we got Rocket 6-4, who just took a loss to the Cardinals. This division is close. Packers, Bears, Vikings, all gonna come down to like the wire. Vikings was up comfortable at one spot, but they're starting to lose grip of the lead that they had. Matter of fact, ain't no starting to. They lost the grip. They only one game up over Packers and Bears. I think between Packers and Bears, they're gonna catch the Vikings, and Vikings will be looking for a wild card. And my boy was funny about Rocket is that Rocket would do good, and if Rocket start putting up a couple of losses, Rocket morale hit the pavement, and you no longer can find Rocket. He goes from being 6'5" to 5'4". You can't even notice he's in the room anymore. So I'm curious to see how Rocket finish this out, man. I want to see if he can at least still make the playoffs if he don't win this division. Because division was yours for the taking, but he shrunk. You know what I'm saying? He's shrinking, and he's just not getting it done. But he's still up. He's still in control. He's still up. He's only up one game, but he still can handle his own business. He don't need help. So he's still in a good position. And actually, he has a big game against the Packers this week right here. We just advanced, so we play the Packers. Me personally, I think that's the biggest game of the year for both of them, because this either going to tie them for the division or it's going to knock the Packers 2 games behind the Vikings. So this is a very big game. It can go from being down 1 game to 2 games, or it can go to being tied. So, and the Vikings beat the Packers the first time around. So I'm pretty much kind of thinking if the Vikings could take care of this game against the Packers, he sweep the Packers for the season, and he put himself in a real good position to win this division. He would just have to worry about the Bears, but you could chalk that up against the Packers if he win, unless he just start losing to other opponents. But we're gonna see, man. That's what make these close divisions races real interesting come the end of the year. NFC South, we got Falcons and Bucks both 8-2. Panthers, myself 5-5. Saints 4-6. We dropped our last 2. Man, oh man, y'all know y'all heard me say this before, but I am not feeling Jordan Love. Jordan Love ain't getting the job done, but we gotta ride the wave, man. This guy, it be overthrowing people. Can't hit the post routes. You know how you run a post route and the man is open, but they overthrow him to the safety, because the safety's playing over the top. But for some reason, this dude is not completing the ball well, and I'm not even leading them with no leads or nothing. I'm just throwing the ball. But we got to wake it up. You know what I'm saying? This spilled milk ain't no, we can't do nothing about it. We got to play with the hand we dealt, and we got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line is, it ain't looking good at all for the division. We got to figure out a way to get in this playoffs. Once you get in the playoffs, everybody's 0-0. You know what I mean? So we got to get in here, man. We got to make something happen. We got a very big game against the Bucks this week, and we got to get it done, man. Jordan Love, you got to step up, bro. You killing us back there at that QB position. Then we got Saints, Dre 4-6. Dre not out of it, but Dre's on a 4-game losing streak. Dre was 4-2. Dre is now 4-6. Dre got to stop the bleed, and he's leaking right now. Dre got that type of cut to where it's that, when you putting towels over it, it just keep coming through. The blood is coming through the towel. You got to stop the blood, Dre. You got to stop the bleeding, bro. You're leaking bad over there. 4-game losing streak, and it's killing you right now. You gotta just snap the losing streak, bro. Once you get one win, it'll make you feel a whole lot better, and then now you can just play ball again. But right now, you pressing, you trying to snap that losing streak, and it's just going steady, going extending itself to week to week. But this playoff race is pretty interesting, man. We got some teams that's real, a lot of teams that's up. You know, look, Cowboys 4 losses, Giants 2 losses. So, and to be honest with you though, it's the third wild card spot that's gonna come down to it for like 4 different teams. So as you can see, the Eagles 9-1, Giants money mascot balling, bro. 8-game win streak, still 1 game out. That just lets you know the type of season that the Eagles having. Money mascot's on an 8-game win streak. He started off 0-2. He is now 8-2, and he's still a game out of first. So Eagles putting together an impressive season, man. They're 9-1, and they sitting over there, you know, just taking care of their business week to week. They come in with their hard hat, they doing what they got to do, and they're taking care of business. The Cowboys on a 4-game win streak, he was 2-4. You know, it was the record was looking real bad, but he's 6-4 now. That 4-game win streak got him looking a whole lot different over there. Then we got Washington, who's 3-7, new user, just took over this team. Not expecting too much out of him this season, except for maybe a couple of upsets that he could pull off. But, you know, nevertheless, we'll really see what he about come off season. But I ain't gonna lie, Washington got a nice team over there right now. So they don't need too much over there, to be honest with you. But this division is close, man. Even the Cowboys still got a long shot to actually take the division. This division is not out of reach for the Cowboys. He's 3 games out of first. He's not out. Trust me when I tell you. Trey Dog is a baller. He know what it takes. You know what I mean? And you know, keep an eye out for this NFC East, man, to see how things shape up over there. Over in the NFC West, we got Seahawks 8-2. They sitting pretty right now. Cards won their last 2, which pushed them to 5-5. They were 3-5, but they got themselves back in the playoff race. 49ers 5-5. They're in the playoff race. So like I said, it's about 4, maybe even 5 teams that's gonna be battling for that last wild card spot over here in the NFC. So when you look at it that way, pretty much starting now, even though you could say last week, because the Cardinals game's been important. He was 3-5. You know, he'd have dropped 2 instead of winning 2. He'd have been 3-7. It'd have pretty much been over. But he got himself back in the race. So that just goes to show you these games is important. Ain't no more. Like, we're in the second half. We're in the second stretch. These games are very important now. So now it's just time to see how things gonna play out. And it's time to lock and load now. I mean, not like it wasn't been time to do it, but now more so than ever. We in week 12. So you gotta make it do what it do, including myself. But that was just a little, you know, we wanted to touch up at the standards real quick, see what's happening over there. And we're gonna look into the recap and predictions now. But before I even get into that, man, let me just say this. What I'm noticing about my league, and it's a gift and a curse. And here's the gift. The gift is, this is a very competitive league. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a competitive league. It's a lot of guys in here that know how to play. Even when you get to guys that you feel like, you know, ain't gonna win the bowl, or you know, just regular season players, even them guys is dangerous. It's a competitive league. And the curse is, that's the gift. The gift is that, you know, I got them type of guys in the league. But here's the curse. The fact that I have so many good guys in the league like that, yo, it pumps a lot of guys' confidence. And here's what I mean. There's some guys in this league that I see that be getting low, but yet I see them in other leagues, you know, real active in the chat, setting up their games. Now, mind you, these same guys would hit me and let me know, like, yo, Brian, on front, I love your league, blah, 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 right? They telling me, yo, I love your league is dope, you know what I'm saying, this and that. All right, cool. So if you love the league so much, why aren't you participating? And then it just dawned on me, like, oh, I get it. The comp was a little too much. So you got to understand, everybody don't like competition. You know, a lot of people like the easy way in things. You know, everybody's not a competitive person. You know, I'm one of the guys that's competitive, and of course I'm not the only one. There are guys that are competitive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, me personally, I'm a competitor, man. I like to compete. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna back down from a challenge or nothing, no matter what's going on. It's just whatever I gotta do to come back stronger the next time. You know, when you just say figure it out. You know, but you got guys that lose their confidence, morale goes down, all of a sudden they're not in the chat no more, but they're in the other chat setting up their games. You know what I'm saying? So that just lets me know, like, oh, the competition is getting to you. To now you feel good about other leagues as far as, you know, whatever team you may have, you know, or the competition over there might not be as stern as it is over here. You know, look, man, you guys that run from the competition, yo, man, how you expect to get better? You understand what I'm saying? And what I don't understand also about guys that's losing or miss the playoffs and things like that, why do you guys stop playing or tank? Now, even if you're going to tank, right? Even if you don't care about the game, about winning anymore, if you losing, why aren't you still playing, sharpening your knife to get better for next season? You understand? Why aren't you trying to figure something new out to bring to the table next season? I don't quite understand that. I don't know why guys pack it in and don't compete to get better moving forward. You know, I'm like this, man, and I ain't even gonna lie. Lately, I've been losing way more than winning, right? But it's okay, and you know why it's okay? Because I'm going through a transition in my offense. You understand? And to be honest with you, I like what I'm seeing. I actually like what I'm seeing, but I'm losing. So you guys say to yourself, well, how can you say you like what you're seeing and you happy even though you're losing? Because you know why? Because I can see the forest from the trees. It ain't always about wins and losses. You understand? Sometimes it's about looking at the bigger picture. You know, and what I stumbled upon, you know, just playing, you know, losing and just study calling this and calling that and seeing how people play certain things, it opened up something else for me now. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, all right, cool, this is dope. What we stumbled upon. Now we gonna rock with this and we gonna make this pop. You understand? Besides what I already know, you know. So I'm like that. I don't care how much I'm losing by. I'm gonna play the game out, and I'm still. Of course, it's no longer about winning and losing, but it's about figuring something out to apply to whatever it is you're trying to run moving forward. Like you guys lose confidence. Yo, man, why not just play and even try a different playbook? Why not? You might find a new playbook and be like, oh wow, this working for me. My season is over, but I only lost by 4 points or 3 points in my last 4 or 5 games. That's very, you know, that's enthusiasm, that's confidence moving forward. You know what I mean? But when some of you guys, when y'all lose, y'all just, man, that's it. You just hit the tank. You know what I mean? Don't even try to work on your art or nothing. Just fold. You know, I mean, I don't get that, you know, but you know, hey, to each his own, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, I just see that some guys being these other leagues setting up their games because the comp is a little too real for them over here, you know, and I'm noticing that. And you know, hey man, if you want to get better, this is where it's at. You understand? Between this league and my other league, because it's pretty much the same guys, you know, swapping with a few, but the core guys, that's good players in both my leagues. So I'm just saying, man, to you guys that want to get better, I advise you to stick in the league, stick with it, and figure it out. You know what I mean? And just get better, you know. And on another note, you know, some of you guys, when we switch to that PS5, whenever we do, some of you guys ain't gonna make it. I can tell you that right now, you know, because I just don't like the way you operate with the setting up your games. You know, some of you guys don't pop in and try to set up your game to the day of advance, you know, which I don't acknowledge. I'm not even giving you credit for that. You know, some of you guys that play a game, then go missing for 3 weeks. Like, come on. The only reason why I ain't saying nothing about it is because, you know, there's nothing else to say. What else am I going to say? I said what I've said several times already. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get the picture, it just ain't in the frame. Bottom line. So you know what? I ain't saying nothing about it no more. I just know how I'm moving forward, and there's nothing personal. Please don't take it personal. But if we make the move to the 5, and you see ain't no more PS4 league and you're not in the 5, yes, that means you have not been invited to the league on the PS5. You will not cross over. Everybody's not crossing over in both my leagues. That I can promise you. I'm not saying nothing about it right now as far as who, you know what I mean? But for guys, you know, for the guys, certain guys know they ain't got nothing to worry about because, you know, y'all do what y'all supposed to do. But for the guys that's always, you know, last minute with advancing and just the way you move with everything, it's like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to run a league smooth as possible. We ain't nobody, no kids in here. We all grown. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what they got to do. If you're in the league, it's your responsibility to check the chat at least once to see who you play and set your game up. Nobody said you got to monitor the chat all day. Set up a time for your game and that's it. You ain't got to be in the chat no more. You know what I'm saying? You literally don't have to be in the chat at all. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the league and you play one game and you see the advances Wednesday, you could literally jump in the chat on the night of advance to hit up your opponent who you play to set up a time, and you ain't got to jump in the chat no more unless you got to stream. That's it. You ain't got to be in no chat. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I say, man, you know, just don't talk about it no more, but I already know how I'm moving. You know what I mean? Some of you niggas getting cut off like a light. Simple. You know, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing. There's nothing to be upset about. Just saying, it's just business, baby. You know what I mean? I'm trying to run the league a certain way, you know, and I can't have no stragglers, man. But let's get to it, man. Let's get to the recap. We had Trey Dog win against the new Washington user, MP Stream. I'm rooting for you, MP. You know what I'm saying? For all you guys that's new, Washington Broncos, like, I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for all the new guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for y'all because I root for parity. You know what I mean? I don't root for just you know, the same guys to just always be dominant. I root for parity. I root for to see a new guy win a division. I root for upsets. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of upsets, before I continue with this recap, let me just tell you, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start putting my own self to the test, and if I cover, the whole league going to benefit off it. What I mean by that is every week when I do predictions, I've got to pick three upsets, and if I get all three upsets right, everybody in the league gets the attribute point. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 2 attribute points. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably do 2. You know what I mean? 2 attribute points. And I'm going to be picking 3 upsets every week. You know what I mean? And I got to get them all right. You know? So for you guys that I pick to win the upset, you know, you would do your best to pull off the upset. You know what I mean? Because you figure if you pull off the upset, it's just the other 2, 1 down, 2 more to go. You know, so that's just something I'm challenging myself with, because I take pride in doing these predictions, man. I try to nail these scores, you know what I mean, as close as I think accurate I think it's going to be. So, you know, that's just something I'm going to do. I got to pick 3 upsets every week, and if I get them all right, then you know, the whole league will get attribute point or 2 attribute points. It's something small, but hey, man, if anybody was giving me attribute points in the league, I would gladly accept it. You know what I mean? Gladly accept it. And you know, it's just more sauce to throw in the league. Just more sauce, more swagoo sauce. You know what I'm saying? Something else to add. Try to be unique. You know what I'm saying? I try to be unique with my league. Do things that's different. You know what I mean? I feel like that's something that's dope to do. You know what I mean? Pick 3 upsets. I'm the bookie. I'm Vegas over here. You know what I mean? If I clean house, we all eat. You know, so that's what it's about. I'm picking 3 upsets every week. If I get 3 of them right, not 2 out of 3, all 3, I gotta bat 100, all 3, and then we all eat. So let's get to it, man. Dallas took out Washington 34-7. I'm rooting for you, MP. Can you go see what you want from me? I'm rooting for you, MP. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for you, bro. But you're in a division with some hitters over there. I ain't even gonna hold you. You in some division with some hitters. Dallas, Giants and Eagles, they ballers, bro. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to come with it, but I'm rooting for you. You know what I mean? But Dallas got this one 34-7. Next, we got Steelers, Pearl, the champ, the reigning champ, win against E-Ball, New York Jets. This would have been a good opportunity for the Jets to show the Steelers, should they meet in the playoffs, you know, he got something to worry about. But nah, unsuccessful. Steelers won 27-13. Like I said, Steelers on an 8-game win streak. They rocking and rolling. They got the job done. Next, we had Tampa Bay Bucks win against Dre. Bucks won. Check him out. 4 going on 30. Next we got Bucks. Bucks took out Saints. Carlisle's won 24-10. Bucks is tied with the Falcons for first in that division. Saints had a chance to climb right back in the division with that win. Didn't get it done. Saints ride the 4-game losing streak. They definitely got to get a win. I mean, like right now. Next was Browns, Third World, blew out Bills 35-6. Third World been balling all year, but he's in that division with Ravens and Steelers, so he got to continue. He can't afford to take his foot off the gas, but good win for the Browns on the road. This game, Murph ended up getting the force, but he was winning, and then I think the Chargers conceded or something like that. Oh yeah, Chargers, you got the penalty coming to you, bro. You got a guy that's about to get turned down. One of your top guys too, man. So, I do it to Dre when he concede. I'm doing it to you, bro. I actually tagged you and told you that. No conceding. I keep saying that. No conceding. If anything, you got to put the true clock on. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, man. But don't take it personal, Black Star. You ain't the only one who got players turned down. Just ask Dre if you think I'm freestyling. Next, we had Scott. Las Vegas Raiders win against Iron Man. Iron Man got blew out by the Raiders 27-6. I'm rooting for you too, Rams. I'm rooting for all the new guys, man. I'm rooting for y'all to come in and make some noise. Raiders won 27-6. Raiders feeling good still after that win over the Chiefs. They trying to creep in on playoffs, courtesy to the Chiefs. Good win for the Raiders. Next, we had Cardinals blew out the Vikings 32-10. Big time win for the Cardinals. He's 5-5 now. Got himself back at 500. And Vikings slipped up on that division lead. They only lead the division by 1 game. Good win for the Cards. Next, we have Falcons and Panthers. Man, we had opportunities to do damage in this game, to get ourselves in it and do work. Didn't get it done. Threw picks in the red zone. Threw picks, driving. We drive down the field. Like I said, Jordan Love stinking it up for me. But, we just got to figure it out, man. I might have to just, do something different that fit Jordan Love's speed. Maybe he ain't ready for certain things I'm trying to put him through right now. Who knows? But we took a bad blowout loss in this one, and we got to bounce back. And we gotta close strong, man. We got to finish the season out strong, and definitely make a push for the playoffs. Next, we had Titans blew out the Texans. Raw Blaze 76-0. I'm guessing 12 turnovers or something like that in this one. 8 turnovers, and I'm guessing a lot of pick sixes or something, because Major didn't even have lights out offensive yards. He only threw for 246. You know what I mean? People throw for that a lot and only have like 20 something points. So for him to score 70 something points, I'm guessing a lot of pick sixes, man. A lot of pick sixes, and a lot of him getting turnovers and just being in the red zone already automatically. Texans, you new to the league. I'm rooting for you too, but hopefully you learn from these losses. You gotta learn. We take losses like this, you gotta learn from it. It stings, it sucks, but you gotta learn from it, man. You know what I mean? Now we moving on to week 12. Another thing too I wanted to touch on. You guys, man, listen. You guys, why don't you help me help you? And what I'm basically mean by that is that, listen, if you're supposed to get a forced win over your opponent, and you don't get to play, if you're supposed to get a forced win and you see that it's advanced day, how about reach out to me and let me know? You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying, listen, I don't have time to go and I do it sometimes, but I don't have time to go back and scan the chat from when we first advanced to see, if you guys reached out. I'm saying it's not a hard thing to do. Like, y'all got the easiest job. Set up your game, play your game. That's easy. You understand what I'm saying? So how hard is it just to tag the commissioner or co-commissioner and say, listen, I reached out to such and such, I never heard back. You know what I mean? Now, I always ask for proof. Well, let me correct myself. You're supposed to send proof, but I don't be pressing nobody for it. Now, with that being said, let me just say this. If anybody ever tell me they're supposed to get a forced win and it comes out that that wasn't the case, you're going to get 2 forced losses back to back. You know what I'm saying? Help me help you. Don't try to get slick. You know what I mean? Don't make me, you know what I'm saying, start having to do stuff I don't want to do. Being that I don't have time to go back and check the chat since the last time we advanced, because you know, some of you guys be going in with the messages throughout the day, all fine and dandy. But what I'm basically saying is that, man, if I ain't got time to check it out, how about just send me a kite and let me know, yo, I didn't hear from the Panthers, I didn't hear from the Jets, yo, I tagged them, I DM'd them. All right, cool. And you know what? A lot of times I'm gonna take your word for it. You know what I'm saying? But again, if it ever come out that anybody get caught telling me they get a forced win and you get the forced win, and I go back or that opponent hit me up and said you shouldn't have, and they show me some type of proof, or I happen to go back and see proof that you shouldn't have, you get 2 forced losses back-to-back games. You know what I'm saying? That's how we eliminate that. You know what I'm saying? So please, don't try to get slick and tell a lie. Just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Yo, nah, game is fair sim or whatever. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? But some of you dudes, y'all rather get a fair sim than play anyway, it seemed like, you know? I already told y'all a lot of guys, well, not a lot, but a couple of guys' morales be low, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't be wanting to get in that rain. Don't be wanting none of that smoke. So, you know, a lot of guys is cool with fair sims. You know, but yeah, man, if you get caught freestyling, trust me, I'm going to penalize you hard. Anyway, move right along. Just had to get that off. You know what I mean? Week 12. Bucks and Panthers. This game is big for both of us. This game is big for the Bucks because he's tied with the Falcons, and this game is big for me because, man, let's just face it, we're on the brink of missing the playoffs. So we got to pull it together. You know what I mean? And we got to pull it together like now. You know what I mean? So this is a big time game for us. We at home. We got to come out and we gotta play smart ball. Bottom line. But I will say Bucks favored in this one over the Panthers by 6. Next we got Money Mascot riding the 8-game win streak, going against Rob Blaze, Houston Texans. I got good news and bad news for you, Rob. I don't know which one you want to hear first, but here we go. Here go the good news. The good news is you just got blown out. It was your first game in the league, and this is now your second game in the league. So basically, you got that feel of playing in the league experience out the way. Now here's the bad news. The bad news is you're playing against somebody that can put up just as many points as the person you just played. You just gave up 77 points. This guy can put up more than that, especially with you having 8 turnovers. So I think this score is going to be something like, you know, it's hard to beat 77, but it can be done. But I'm gonna play it closer than this. I'm gonna go 63. I'm gonna say this one is 63-3 Giants. Next we got Colts and Browns. K-Lou going against Third World. Colts, you can wrap their season up. Browns, but K-Lou's also one of them guys that you can't come and playing around with. Third World gonna have to take care of his business. He can't afford to slip up. He's in the division with Ravens and Steelers. He need this win. So I'm going with the Browns in this one. I'm gonna go Browns 34, Colts 14. Next we got Falcons and Saints. Born Ready going against Dre. And I'm gonna go Falcons in this one. Give me Falcons 35-17. Next we got Eagles Playmaker going against Bears. Ship We Trust. Very big game for both guys. Bears 1 game out, Eagles 1 game up. I'm going Eagles though. I think it'll be close though. I think it'll be close. Chip knows how to play. You know, Chip is just Chip just a hard man to get a hold of, man, but he know how to play. But I'm gonna go Eagles in this one, 24-20. Next we got Carnage. Ravens going against Spaz. Miami Dolphins. Dolphins is in that race. They need this win badly. Ravens need to win badly. I'm gonna go Ravens, man. They on a 7-game win streak. They turned their season around. They're hot right now. Unfortunately they're not the hottest team in the league because the Steelers got an 8-game win streak. But nevertheless they're still hot like fish grease. So give me the Ravens in this one. 36 to 20. 36-20 Ravens over the Dolphins. Next we got J Hooks, Bengals and Steelers. J Hooks, what's going on with you, bro? I seen you put in the chat you can have the win, and we just advanced. Now, again, you fall under the category of them guys that haven't been successful in the league. Why not play and try to learn something? You know, why are you putting it off and saying take the win? Right about now, reps is more important than anything for guys like you. Play the game. You know what I'm saying? Play the game. Play the game, and you're in this division. You gotta play them twice a year. Play the game. Try to get a feel for them. You know what I mean? And you know, throw something at him that you could build on. Like, why would you just give him the win? You know, at this point, playing is more important than winning. It ain't even about the win. It's about just playing to try to figure out, you know, all right, cool. This is what we got going on. You know, I don't get some of you guys. You know what I mean? Like, some of you guys just don't get it, man. But if this game get played, I'm going with the champs, and I'm gonna go with the champs 42-10. Next we got Nav 49ers going against the Rams. Iron Man got smashed last week. I think he'll get blown out this week. Give me 49ers in this one, 31-13. Next we got Black Star Chargers going against Captain Clutch, new user. I'm rooting for the Broncos. Like I said, I root for parity. Yeah, he's going against the Broncos. So we'll see how this one go. I'm actually gonna go with the Broncos in this one, man. Give me the Broncos over the Chargers. Rather close though, 27-23. Next we got Cardinals, Bay Boy Relly going against Murph, Seattle Seahawks. Big time game right here. Cardinals is like myself, you know, on the brink of missing the playoffs, but at the same time have a chance for that last spot. This is a tough game right here for the Cards. Seahawks, they riding good. I think they got 2 losses. If he could win this game, meaning Cardinals, I think he'll knock the division lead down to 2 games. So this is a big time game for the Cards, man. Way more bigger for the Cards than the Seahawks. So we'll see how it play out, man. I'm gonna go Seahawks though. They just, you know, they having a good year, a good season. So give me Seattle in this one, 24-14. Seahawks over the Cards. Next we got Lamborghini Man. That's his name, Lamborghini Marzelli. You know what I mean? Going against the Raiders, Scott. Oh wow, what a coinky dink. These two play again. Marzelli got the name Lamborghini Marzelli from playing Scott. What happened in their last game is the reason why I call him Lamborghini Marzelli. And now they play again. How funny is that? I'm going with Scott, man. Scott, this will probably be the first time I've ever picked you to win the game. Well, no, it's not. I picked you to win the game before. But there's not too many times you're going to hear yourself being favored to win, Scott. Don't let me down, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Take out Lamborghini Marzelli, you know, and make him pay for that loss. Make that loss change. Make that loss be the reason why his season turned around. I think it'll be close, though, but I'm going to go with the Raiders in this one, man. 27-23. Raiders over the Lamborghini Marzelli Chiefs. Give me Scott. Next we got Rocket. Like I said, it's a big game. Vikings going against the Packers. Vikings got a 1-game lead over the Packers. He win this game, he sweep the Packers, and he's in a pretty good position. He won the first one. I don't see him winning the second one. I'm gonna go Packers in this one, man. I think Packers get it done this time around. Packers they know they gotta get it done. So we're gonna see what happens, man. Give me the Packers in this one. 31-20. Packers over the Vikings. Next we got MP Streaming going against Naruto. Oh yeah, another thing I meant to say. This game don't apply to it, but it reminded me because I seen the Jags mention this earlier. Remember, for you guys that's out the playoff race, you can play spoiler. Now, I'm not saying you can play spoiler in week 12, but when you start getting to that week 14, 15 mark, and you can play spoiler. And when you play spoiler and you win, you get a nice incentive. And the teams that make the playoffs, that's making the playoffs, playing against a team that's trying to get in, you get an incentive, but your incentive is not the same as the guys that's missing the playoffs. You know, so basically, man, y'all really see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure nobody gets an easy walk in the playoffs. I want everybody to earn their spot. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no because your last 2 games against somebody who not making the playoffs, you get 2 forced wins. Nah, man. You know what I mean? I don't care what your record is. You know, if you got a chance to play spoiler, play spoiler. Get them incentives. You know what I mean? Get them incentives. Like, you know, don't just lay down and give nobody no wins. So I've been saying that, but I got new guys that join us, so I gotta rehash this. But you guys that been in the league, y'all already know. Y'all already heard this already. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a reminder for y'all as well, in case y'all forgot. And for the new guys that's in, for the new guys that came in and took over these teams with these terrible records, your season is not over. You still have a chance to earn during the season. You still have a chance to get incentives for playing spoiler. If you get a chance to play spoiler week 16 and 17, you will get an incentive. You know what I mean? Now, if you got a big incentive week 16, you're not going to get a big incentive week 17, but nevertheless, you're still going to get an incentive. Bottom line, that I can promise you. So, and again, that goes for the teams that making the playoffs as well. Your incentive is not going to be big like the non-playoff teams, but you too will get something. You know, so we don't want nobody walking in, man. We want everybody to earn their stripes. That's all that's about. All right, so Washington and Jags. I'm gonna go Jags in this one. I'll go Jags in this one. 33-23. Next we got Patriots, America's Patriots, going against on some BS Detroit Lions. Patriots still got a shot to make playoffs in that AFC East. But he got to start stringing together some games like now. You know, he got to put together like at least a 4-game win streak before he can lose another, just to see where he at in that division. But I'm gonna go Pats in this one, man. Give me the Pats over the Lions. 25-22. Next we got Titans, major factor going against Trade Dog, Dallas Cowboys. Titans 8-2. Cowboys 6-4, riding a 4-game win streak. They still got a chance to win that division, believe it or not. This is one of the premier matchups of the week. We got some big games this week. This game is bigger for the Cowboys though. Titans got that division wrapped up, but the Cowboys, they're fighting for the playoffs, even though they're looking good right now, and they're fighting for the division. So they need this game bad. I'm gonna go Titans, man. Titans, I like the what season they having. I'm going Titans in this one. They riding good. They only got 2 losses on the year. Give me the Titans in this one, in the close one. I'll go 24-21. Titans over the Cowboys by 3. And to close out the week, we got Big Rico, Buffalo Bills going against E-Ball, New York Jets. Um, E-ball plays. I mean, Big Rico plays E-ball tough for some reason. You know, so I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how Rico gonna show up in this one, but I'm gonna go with the Jets in this one. I'm gonna ride out and take the Jets. He should win that division, but we'll see. But give me Jets in this one. I'll go 33 to. I'll go 33-20. 33-20 Jets over the Bills. Yeah, man, that concludes week 12, fifth quarter, man. You know, I had to get a couple of things out there in the air. You know what I mean? I had to you know, put a couple of thermometers out there to check people's temperature, even though I ain't call out no names, but you know, we had to let it be known, man. Like, you know, we trying to get things, you know, moving in the right direction over here. So, you know, that's just what it is, man. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all week 13. Let's get these games. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna say Happy New Year to y'all now, cause the next advance will be in 2021. So Happy New Year's to the league. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I bangs with y'all, even though I'm telling y'all some of y'all not gonna make it to the 5. I still bang with y'all. It's nothing personal. It's only business. But Happy New Year to y'all, man. But you know, let's continue to you know, do what we do, man. Pull up these up. Oh, let me start this week with my upsets. I said 3 upsets, right? 3 upsets. Put myself to the test. Let's see. My game ain't gonna count. I can't do my game. That's the only one. You know what I mean? But let me see. Who gonna be the first upset? Nah, we ain't taking this one. My man gave up 77 points and he had a glaze or a jelly donut last week. Can't go that route. All right, here's one. I'll take the Bears upset over the Eagles. Man, it's getting too many games left. Starting to get real strenuous over here. I take Cardinals over the Seahawks. That's my second upset. Lamborghini Marzelli. Who's the favorite in this one? I picked Scott to win. Nah, I ain't messing with that game. That game had 4th of July last game, and we in December. I'm good. I ain't messing with them boys. Oh, this one. Look, this one I might be. All right, yeah, I'll take the Packers over the Vikings. That's my third upset. So, Vikings the favorite, man. Vikings in first. Vikings been in first all season. Packers win. And Vikings won the first one. So yeah, so my 3 upset picks. If they could play off, you know, we all eat. Packers, Cardinals, and Bears. So that's my 3 upset pick of the week. Bears, Cardinals, and Packers. Hopefully those 3 games will get played. You know what I'm saying? Now that's the thing too. My 3 upset picks ain't no switching up. If the game don't get played, then that's it. It's over. Better luck next week. So hopefully them 3 games will get played, man. But that's it, man. See y'all week 13. I'm out of here.